Nothing wasted. What then shall we say? That the law is sin? By no means. Yet, if it had not been for the law, I would not have known sin, for I would not have known what it is to covet, if the law had not said, "You shall not covet." But sin, seizing an opportunity through the commandment, produced in me all kinds of covetousness. For apart from the law, sin lies dead. Romans chapter 7, verses 7 and 8, the English Standard Version. Bill W. says, "In God's economy, nothing is wasted. Through failure, we learn a lesson in humility, which is probably needed, painful though it is. There is something to be learned from each experience. That is exactly the point the Apostle Paul holds in the text for today. While the law is not sufficient to restore humanity's broken relationship with God, brought about by Adam's disobedience, the law shows human beings what is acceptable behavior in society. Much of the civic law is derived from the Ten Commandments that God handed down through Moses. So, the law is crucial in determining acceptable behavior. The Apostle Paul notes in the book of Romans that there is a connection between the law of Moses and human sinfulness. In Romans chapter 5, verse 20, he advises that the law came in to increase the trespass. And in Romans chapter 7, verse 5, he cautions, our sinful passions aroused by the law were at work in our members. It is only when the law is instated that human beings know how out of order certain behaviors are. Could you imagine what the world would be without law of any kind? The thief would take without penalties. The murderer would kill at leisure. God uses the law to disclose to human beings that they are sinful. The law reveals what sin is and then shows human desire to sin in that specific way. The Apostle Paul picks out the example of coveting, which is a deep-seated desire for something or someone that belongs to another person. God's law commanded Israel, "You shall not covet," in Exodus chapter 20, verse 17, and Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 21. The Apostle Paul encountered what coveting was properly from the law. In Romans chapter 7, verse 8, he testifies that he too struggles with the sin of covetousness. The law causes each person to see themselves and make the necessary adjustments to live at peace in society. Lord, thank you for always wanting the best for each of us. May we see all that you do for our benefit and be guided accordingly. Amen. You have been listening to Morning Manna with Reverend Bonnie EBW Smith, Superintendent of the Moravian Church Antigua Conference and Minister of Christian Education. Have a terrific Tuesday. God bless you.